Hello guys, in this video we are going to perform a third operation on a EC2 instance using a PowerShell. So for that, first we have to be logging into a AWS account. Now you can see I have logged into my AWS account, and second you have to be open here PowerShell gallery and open PowerShell gallery, and here you have to type AWS. First you have to be install this one. So just open this one and you will find here command, and then you have to be run your PowerShell. And here you can run that command. Yes, now you can see burning because this is already installed in my environment, so therefore it is showing this burning. So let's see what are that command and to connecting to that module. So first we have to be required two information. Just create here access key, second variable secret key equal, and these two information we have to be get. Let's do how we can get this information. You have to log in into AWS account. Here you will find code domain account and security credential. Let me open a new tab. Now you can see here access key section. Here you can create new one. Create. So these are the my information that we require. Let's copy and paste in PowerShell. Access key. So we have stored this information to connecting or to login into a AWS account. So which command we require to login into a AWS account? So we have a command initialize AWS default configuration. Here you have to be pass this information, right? Access key. So I am giving this value, and second is secret key, and third you have to be give here region, right? So it's a mandatory to passing this. So you have to be tell in which account you are going to be work. Here you have a lot of region. Now you can see I'm in a Mumbai region, so I want to be work with Mumbai region. So all the services which are having in Mumbai region, so I will work in that, right? And if you want to be work with another region, so you can bind up. So you have to be use a name of that region, right? So instead of putting this name, you have to use this code for region. So they're having a against region name. So I'm using it this one, AP South, right? And let's say come back here and paste here. Using this command, we can log in into a AWS account. So let's run it. Let me tell you, get hyphen AWS credential. Now you can see here, and here one more thing you can see default AWS region. What is the default AWS region? We have a Mumbai region. If you want to be set another region, so what you have to do here, you have a set hyphen default region. Then here you can select region and you can set anyone. For example, if I select this one, so now you can select it, and let's check it here, right? So whatever region you will set, bind up here. So that's per your requirement. I'm not going to be set this one. I will set first one, right? So let's run again. So we are able to, let me show you again. So Mumbai region, I'm in a Mumbai region. So I have logged into a Mumbai region. Still here we have a dish or connection only. Connection, whatever operation you want to be performed. For example, if you want to be work with EC2 service. So for that you have to be install your module. If you want to be work with EBS volume, so for that you have to be install a EBS volume. So there are a lot of services available. So what you can do here, you can see get hyphen AWS service. AWS service, select service module name. Run. Now you can see these are the lot of services available and against module. So which module you want to be work with? Account you want to be work, or you want to be work with EC2. So for EC2, this module you have to be import this one, right? So let me copy this one, and you can copy from here. PowerShell gallery, right? So let's come back here. Now you can see this one is available. So you can copy here as well. Copy and let me erase here and paste here. Run it. Yes. Now this one is also installed in this. So what we have to do, we have to import this module, right? So we are going to work with service, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to perform CRUD operation on EC2 instance. So first we are going to perform C operation, means create instance. So let's see how we can create. So for that you have to import a module. Once you have import this module, you have to create your instance. So for creating an instance, we have a command new hyphen EC2 instance. Then you have to put here image. When you create it manually, so you require image ID, right? And here you have to put image ID, and second you have to put here instance type, right? Which instance type? K2 micro. I'm selecting this one, and you can select anyone whichever you require. So it's in free, therefore I'm choosing this one. And second you have to choose here min count 1 and max count 1. So this information is enough to create a EC2 instance. So how you will get this information? Image ID. Go to here, and once you come here AWS account, here you will find the image catalog. And now you can see this is the image name and these are the image ID. So for this image having a two image ID, now you can see, and for each having a two image ID, for this having only one image ID. So I'm selecting this one, paste here. So these are the enough information to do this, and let me run again. So we are able to create this instance. Let me show you here. Now you can see we are able to create an instance. Here you will see the key name is missing. So we have not put this information key name, and it is taking a default security group name. And now you can see name is also not available, right? So how you can add this name, right? So it's an tag. So how you can add a tag while creating an EC2 instance and key name. So for that, let's come back here, and you have to be, it's an another information if you want to be pass this information, right? So how you can pass it. And second you have to be give this inform. Let's find the key here. Now you can see, let me copy this one key name and I will paste here. One is left tag specification. So you can't be give directly tag here, right? So what you have to do, let me keep here variable tag spec. So you have to be create an object. So then you can pass here. So how you can create an object? First you have to be create here tag. Here will create an as a data type key equal your whatever name you want to be put for key. I'm using a name. You can use anyone environment, right? Company name, etc. And you can give here. And second here you have to be give the value. So what value you have to be give here? And value, for example, PS instance, PowerShell instance I'm going to create. So you have stored this information in a hash data type. And here you have to be create an object, right? Dollar tag spec equal new hyphen object. Then here you have to use an Amazon dot ac dot model dot tag specification. So this is your .NET class. Dollar tag dot, here you have to put resource type. Resource type I'm going to give here instance, right? If you are attaching to volume, so you have to use here volume. And second, you have to use tags. How you can add this tag? Dot add. Now here you can pass tag variable. This one we have passed here. And now we can pass this information tag specification here. So like that you can create. Let me run it. So now we are able to create. Let's verify. Now you can see PS instance and key name also attached. So we have learned how to create an EC2 instance, right? There you have to be understand one more thing. If you do like that, you can get the detail of instance while creating an instance. Dot instance, right? If you run this one, you will get the detail. You don't will get this one detail, right? Like that. Now you can see this time you are getting a different detail, like instance related detail. How we can create EC2 instance using a launch template. And first, so what operation we are going to do is create instance using launch template. Dollar template equal new hyphen object. Then here you have to use Amazon dot pc dot model dot launch template specification. Then dollar template dot launch ID. Then you can pass here launch ID, and you can also select instead of ID name. How you can get this information? Now you can see launch template. So we have already launched template. Let's copy this ID and come back here, and I will paste here. So if you want to work with a specific version, so here you have to use a template dot version. So I'm not using this one because it will take automatic default version, right? And so we have created an object new hyphen EC2 instance. Then here you have to use a launch template, right? Dollar template, and I will enclose into a bracket, and I will use here instance. So if I use like that, so it will give the information about instance. So global. So let's run this one, and you will get a new instance here. So we go to this one and instance ID 54. Let's come to the refresh. Now you can see here state bank instance, right? So which is in pending, so it's running, and now you can see it's now running. So using template, we are able to create. Let's perform another operation. Our operation means read operation on instances. So how you can read EC2 instances? For reading, we have a get hyphen EC2 instance, and you can read this one using this command. Let's run it. Now you are able to read, but you are getting the global information. If you want to get that information, use like that instance and run like that. So you will get that information. You are able to read all the instances. Suppose if you want to be filtered on the basis of some property. So how you can filter? You just have to use here filter and then add the red and hashing format you have to use, and name equal colon values equal. Let's try how you can get this name and which name you have to put here. So for that, you just copy this one command, and here you get hyphen help, is that, and use here parameter filter, right? And run it. If you scroll up, and now you can see these are the name you can pass: affinity, architecture, availability zone, and here you will find DNS name, host ID, image ID, instance ID, instance state code, right? And here having instance state type, instance is state name. So let's use anyone instead this one. On the basis of that, we will filter, right? So they are having this value: running, shutting down, terminating, and stopping, and stop. So what I will do, I will select here running value. So these are the value running, and let's get this information. Next time, what I will do, I will select on the basis of type, right? Let's say run. Now we are getting these two instances which are running. If you want to verify, now you can verify 5444. 5444. These are the running, right? So if you want to get stopped, so you can also get stopped as well. So here you can use, if you want to get both, so using like that, you can get stopped, right? So both you can also get if you want to get that like that, right? And you can get also particular one. Let's filter on the basis of a instance type, right? So here you have to use a type parameter, and what value we have to give here, p2.nano, right? Let's run, and we will find. So there are two instance, right? And 4754. Let's verify manually here also. 4754. These are the nano. And if you want to filter on the basis of tag, right? Let's come here, and here I will see that this is the key name and this is the value, right? So on the basis of this name, I will filter, right? So what I will do here, I will use here tag prefix colon then key name. So this is my key and value. What is the value? You can see here exact same value you have to do. Let's run it. Okay, there is a space. Let's run again. Now this time we are getting on the basis of it, you can also filter. There are a lot of parameters on the basis of that you can filter. Update EC2 instance. First we will perform operation start instance and stop instance, third terminate instance. So these are going to do in a update section. And one more thing that we are going to do, enable and disable monitoring. So these tasks we are going to do. How we can do it? So let's try to get instance which we have to be delete, right? So let's filter first all the running instances. So how I can filter? We have a tag name, instance state name, and then you can pass here running. Right, so these are the running instance that we are going to be stored. So first I will store in a running instance, and let's run this one. We have stored in this variable, and I will use here running instance pipeline hyphen EC2 instance. Run this. So if you want to verify these two instance, right, which is that 5444, right? Let's see that. Let's running, refresh. Now it is stopping, and let's perform the same operation. Instead of this stopping, what I will do, I will start this same instance. So how I can start? So running instances, I will to this, we have a store information in this about the instance detail means ID and start hyphen instance. Let's run it. Let's verify here. Refresh. Now you can see it's pending, so it's coming to running. And if you want to delete these same instances, how you can delete? For deleting running instances and remove hyphen EC2 instance, and let's run it. It is asking if you don't want to be prompted this message in the future. So what you can do for that, you have to be used here confirm parameter and colon dollar false and run this. Now verify setting down, right? So for example, if you want to start on the basis of an ID, how you can start EC2 instance, and here you will find the instance ID. Let's copy, and this one is left, right, and paste here. So like that you can also perform this operation. So next operation I'm going to be perform, that is a enable string, right? How you can enable? We have a command start hyphen EC2 instance monitoring, and here you have to put the instance ID which you are going to be. So this one I'm going to be used, and when we run this command, it will automatically enable. Let's run it and come back here. Now you can see here as of now monitoring is disabled. When I refresh it, it will be changed. Now you can see enable. If you want to disable it, how you can disable? So same thing, instead of this same thing we have to do, just make an action stop and run this one. Let's come back here and refresh it. Now you can see monitoring is disabled. Like that you can enable and disable.